Hello, YouTube. Missed most of my death rant. Um, what's the name of the friend that she started getting sus of and then dies? What was her name? Can't remember.
Venka.
Venica. Venka.
Venka. God, that was like. I guess I don't even know. I'm wondering. I wonder maybe if Manel did any more like outside homework. Like if this continued being in that vein of like this like mimicked something that actually happened because this sure felt as disappointing as real life is. That it felt it or like maybe more disappointing than that because it had these fantasy aspects and like I wanted something better to happen, but it just felt like disappointing real life, and I'm not really down for that. Um, what I really wanted, and where I started getting excited and hopeful, and where it was like feeling good to me, was when she basically like joined the rest of the trifecta, and they were just being like asshole gods together. Like to me, that was like interesting. Like 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 if this was all like a Genesis story of how like Zeus gets to be that way or how Hades gets to be that way because you get introduced to those kinds of gods when they're like already this advanced form of like apathy and just dickheadness. And if that's what this was about, like how but that wasn't what it was about. They get blown up. They got blown up. They got blown up altogether. That was like so stupid. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot how that happened. That was they were just all dead. And there was like, I remember, I'm getting delirious right now because I got delirious while I was reading it. I was like, they're all dead. And then we have like half the book left. What in God's name are we gonna read about for the next like 12 hours when
Are
they're
you
all dead?
serious?
Like that was
Why
the
did
only
she
thing that would
hype
have been
them
cool.
up?
Yeah.
Hype them up from the beginning just for them to be blown up. What was the point of all of
Nothing,
it?
nothing. It was all pointless. It all became secular. She was becoming a shitty ruler, just like all of them were, because just
Yeah.
rulers are shitty. Period. Like
She was
that's just it's
never a good
just
ruler.
never. She never grew into that, and even when she thought she was just making terrible, impulsive, horrible decisions.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So that was it. That was I was excited for that what could have happened with the gods because I thought that was cool when they were just like hanging out and they were like just apathetic about like human life and like I don't know. I think that could have been interesting, but that's not what this was about. It was just it wasn't even a taste of anything. I think I just accidentally got excited. I don't even think she was trying to get me excited. I think it was an accident. Have anything written down? Um um the crazy white lady, like the Hitler lady that experimented on her.
Petra?
Like, I mean, I'm glad I got her. She got her comeuppance, I guess, whatever. But like, didn't she like get her injected by a god, or does that right? Like, what once you do that and you're like there at the pantheon, you're supposed to come back and you start having like abilities. But for some reason, like it didn't work on here because she's white, maybe, or like I don't that didn't make any sense. So that was kind of annoying. But at least she died. Or no, actually, she probably didn't even die. Did she even die? I guess we don't know.
They don't know.
Um,
Yeah, she died. Well, no, she turned into like
yeah,
a
she was
vegetable,
just she
right?
was just a lunatic, I think. Yeah. The cannibalism part was like interesting but sad. The juice was not worth the squeeze. This was a waste of my time. I think that's about it. Who wants to go next?
Me.
Okay.
Good, Julia. Good.
This was like I just wanted to fucking get through this book. I just wanted to. I stopped trying to understand shit. Like I was just like, please, Lord, let me just get like, please. I just want this. I felt like I was suffering. I was just like, whatever. This was the best book out of the three, but it still just
For
fucking
sure.
sucked.
It's just not a very
Like
good compliment, but it
I
definitely
don't know. Like I still don't like, and it's crazy to me because like apparently this book like evoke it's like people's favorite books. It's like the best fantasy book ever. Like
I
I
don't
mean,
even
they're
understand you.
diehard fans for this fucking book, and I just don't get it. Maybe I'm an uncultured swine. Maybe I just don't really. I don't know. I hated Rin throughout. Like I just didn't understand the progression of Rin, and I think that's where I don't. Like I genuinely don't. She was a bitch to everybody. She still wasn't like she was a shit ruler. How the fuck is this bitch still alive? Like if you really think about it, like she should have died a long ass fucking time ago, but just magically everything worked out for her. Which
Mhm.
what the fuck? Like no, it absolutely should have not worked out for her. The whole thing that they took Katai but really didn't do anything with him and they didn't know it was his anchor. That was like fucking weird too. The whole thing with the gods, what was it for in the end? Like what was it for in the end? Why did we go through all of that? Okay, they died. They just all got blown up. The most powerful people in the fucking universe just got blown up. Okay, whatever. Like, all right, I guess. Moving on.
Yeah.
And then we moved on to what? Moved on to more crap. Just more bullshit. Her and Neja and the fucking dragon in the grotto killing everybody.
Oh yeah, I
and then
forgot
like
about that.
her
That was stupid.
like new shamans. That could have been something, but it was just like nothing.
Right.
Again, in the fucking end, it was
Yeah,
just
I
like, okay,
forgot.
great, you led them to your death. They knew they were getting led to their death, but I mean, okay, that was like the one thing that could have been like interesting or cool, and it was nothing. I don't know. It was just like a whole lot of nothing. Like I just feel like I had to go through so much for nothing. Have you heard that audio bite? I hope you're ready for nothing. That's how I felt. I was just like, oh my god, I literally just read this book to fucking get through it. I just wanted to get over with it. I hated all the characters. Neja winning in the end. Okay, fine. Oh my god, she killed herself. Great. After you were like fucking psychotic and shit, and you killed Venka. You're about to kill Katai. Like I don't fucking get it. And like and then and I went. Okay, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm crazy. So I went on some Reddit threads, and they were like, it's Ren losing her mind. Like this is like exactly what was happening. It was just like this is the Phoenix. I was like, okay, so she was completely lucid and was able to fucking manage entire armies and take over all this shit for the middle of the book. And in the end, all of a sudden, that bitch is fucking crazy. No, like if she doesn't be crazy, have her be like Zhang or Jing, her master, who was like fucking crazy half the time and then lose it. Like that makes more sense to me. But for her to be completely fucking normal, lead the walk up the mountain, all this shit, for her to be like, oh, she was crazy in the end. She gave him to the Phoenix. Girl, what the fuck? What? I don't know. Honestly, I just like 0 out of fucking 5. Like this, like I cannot believe I had to read 639 fucking pages for this shit times 3 because it was a fucking trilogy. Oh, and then like the whole fucking 20 pages of Neja too. Did we talk about that already?
No, I
Oh,
don't
I
think we brought
didn't
that up.
read
The
that.
snippet thing. Yeah.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Like fucking stupid. It's stupid. We were still dealing with like fucking and then her like weird ass Atlan hallucinations that she magically got rid of all of a sudden too when that bitch was like smoking opium to just fucking get high and meet him in the after. Like that shit was weird as fuck too. For what? Like for fucking what? Like what did like why did we have to go through all of that for her to just fucking die? For Neja to like win. For her to like fucking I don't know. I just hated all of it. Like I fucking hated every single fucking second of it. I can't even think of a moment where I was like, oh my god, yeah, I really like this book. No. Every single moment I was just like, oh, okay, great. So, you know what I mean? Like it was still like super violent when she like I just feel like she should have died. I just feel like there's no fucking way. Like when that bitch like how did she live for so long? Ruthless,
Yeah.
toothless, one handless. Like I don't fucking get it. Like somebody should have killed her a long fucking time ago. Like I just don't understand. There were so many times where she was like incapacitated. She had no fire. Like all this, but magically every single fucking time. God save Rin. Fuck Rin. Rin should have died. This would have been so much more interesting if Rin died, Katai lived. He got the fire. The Phoenix was in him, and then we figured out what the fuck he was gonna do. And we
Yeah, I
didn't.
thought
We
of that
got
at one
fucking
point.
Rin.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Kitai was really good,
She was like
and he was very
horrible,
interesting.
horrible person, mind you.
Yeah.
A horrible general, a horrible.
Oh, but you're not muted.
Oh, it's probably her iPhone temperature.
Oh.
I hate when that happens. Like even though you have the AC on, unless you like keep the phone right next to the AC, it doesn't work. I hate when that happens. It's so annoying.
It doesn't happen to me. I don't know why though. I think my
But
phone
your
is quite a
iPad.
bit. Yeah, but my phone's like quite a bit more powerful than your guys's, and because Android's less efficient, I think it's like burning more juice than your guys's phones. But it also probably just has better cooling management, which is that's probably what it is.
Yeah, I mean, isn't Android anywhere catered towards the Asian market more?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
those regions are
So it's
hotter.
like
Like, could that
it's like
be the reason?
built for performance. Does that
Yeah.
happen? Does that happen mostly when you're just when you're just what like during these calls, or does it happen to you like on another call while you're talking to someone? Like you know what I mean? Like, is it Discord?
Yeah, usually when I was talking to
Mm-hmm.
you guys, but recently I noticed that, like, just yesterday, I just had the audiobook playing and it just shut off, like,
Oh,
randomly.
dang.
So
Yeah, that's weird.
it just happened. Yeah. iPhones are
Bummer.
so bougie and high maintenance. It's like,
Yeah. Ooh,
gotta
ooh,
keep them
ooh.
in an ice.
But yeah, I was gonna say it needs an ice bath.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, poor Julia. Um, you were right, though. I kind of did extra reading on this. I was following that.
Oh,
You remember during the first book, I read some person's review.
it's cool.
Um,
You're frozen again. This usually happens when you come back after you get frozen, though, or
mhm.
heated up, or whatever. Hopefully,
You guys hear me?
we can hear
Yes.
you. Okay, I think it's okay.
So sorry.
Cool. You were in the middle of a tirade. I don't know if you're done yet.
Yeah.
This is just like one of those books where like I said, I just wanted to fucking get through it. Like I genuinely just wanted to get the fuck through it. Like the writing was good. Like I'm not gonna like shit on the writing. It was just
It
the story
was.
itself I
It
just
is.
hated.
Yeah.
So, anyways, go for it, Manel.
Okay. I just have to say that getting through this entire series has been more exhausting than being pregnant. Like it was it was a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was waiting for like Rin's redemption arc. It never happened. She was a
Mhm.
horrible general. Like right at the start, she murdered that man for what? For her to take over his position and then screw everything up. Like she didn't even know what had to happen next. She procrastinated to the point where the villagers decided, oh, let us just take up our whatevers and go and finish this off because Rin's not gonna tell us what to do. It was so stupid. Why did you murder him in the first place if you weren't even gonna take up the position? I didn't understand that. Also, like Julia mentioned, her and Alton. Still, the dude died in the first
I
book. Why are
know.
you bringing him up in the third book? It was so annoying. Like, especially since she had like this whole cleansing ceremony in book two, right? We thought like she was done with Alton. She said adios to him then, but now like all of a sudden, like every single chapter, he's there, like a ghost trailing behind her. It made no sense. It's like it felt like the author kind of regretted killing off Alton so soon, so she wanted him to be back in like whatever ways possible. So annoying, so exhausting. I didn't understand. And Rin was not a leader at all. Like I don't know why people were flocking after her because like she needed somebody to tell her what to do. In book two, it was Vaiza. In book three, it was Sudaji and Master Jiang, but they blew up into bits. So I don't know what happened after that. So dumb. Okay.
And even then, it was Katai.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Kitai the entire
He
time.
was the brain
Like,
behind most of it.
yeah. And okay, thank goodness, because at least Kitai was level headed and he saw things from every angle, not like the previous people. So I don't mind Kitai kind of being her counselor, but if you're going to be in a position of power and leadership, you should be able to make your own decisions. But Rin wasn't able to do that because she's just dumb. So I don't understand. Okay, now this is the part where I'm going to get cancelled, but I think the Hesperians might have a point. Like, I
Absolutely.
don't know.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
maybe it would be better if they take over. Like, what the heck? Look,
Uh,
okay, not because I think like Rin's race is, what did they say, inferior or whatever. No, it's just because the Hesperians actually have their shit together, and that's
right.
why they have all these advancements. And what is Rin and her posse of people doing? Just fighting each other, killing each other in the most brutal way possible. Like every corner you turn, there's a battle going on. Every other corner you turn, people are dying of starvation on the road. And in another corner, people are eating each other. Like, so maybe, I don't know, maybe the Hesperians know something that we don't. So I'm not saying that they're right, but I kind of see it from their perspective. Cancel
I'm
me, I
with
don't
Manel
care.
on that one because, like, I'm not talking about like a genocide of an entire. A genocide is like an entire race, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, is another word for it. Is it genocide?
Yeah. Or I think genocide is
Okay.
just a killing of an entire people group. But
Yeah,
it
no,
can
there's a
be.
word for the entire race.
Oh.
I think it starts with an X.
Oh, what the heck?
Darren,
Oh,
Google
I
it.
don't know.
I'm really quickly, just a side note, I'm with Manel on that because even the only reason why that stupid fucking bitch was there and was just like, oh no, this is not gonna happen. And she was like talking to Katai about how like, oh no, like they're trying to kill us off, was because she came from nothing and it was kind of like, well, I didn't grow up like this and this is not right. But like if she would have took a fucking second to if everybody would have taken a second to fucking like sit there and be like, okay, well maybe we can work with them in some sort of way and adopt some of their culture so that we advance as a fucking society, but not let them like kill us all off. But no, she's like, I was a mud skinned girl and I'm not gonna let this happen. You need to. You need to let it happen, you dumb bitch. Anyways, go ahead, Mel.
Yeah. I mean, see, I get that the author was trying to show that, oh, these white people are so evil and bad, but that's not the point that I got. I kind of
Right.
actually started fighting
I
with
for
them. And I
I
felt
forgot
horrible.
I forgot to say this. One of my bullets was this book made me pro colonization.
Yes.
Because
She was
I'm like
describing
Absolutely.
thank goodness Europe took over the
Absolutely.
world because I would not want to be living like this still. Like I just like
because when they were invading the city and they saw like, oh, all these buildings up and all the advancements, I was like, dang, that's nice. Like,
That's
you're
yeah.
coming nothing, and then you see all of this, and I would like to live there. So I don't know, maybe I don't
Mm,
know.
And then she was like, "Oh, there's signs. They're saying we're dirty." Bitch, you even just said yourself you were dirty. That it was a fucking nasty ass city. So yeah, maybe there should be fucking signs. Maybe like have you thought about that?
Yeah, like wash
Have you
your
thought about there's
hands. That's not
for a
a
fucking
bad thing
reason?
to
Have you thought
say.
about like use your brain?
She was so offended, like when they had those little posters that said "wash your hands," and I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. You should be washing your hands. That's one of the reason why so many deaths were stopped at hospitals in the past. But when it's like, oh, they think we're so dirty, I'm not gonna wash my hands because they told me to wash their hands. No, maybe they have a
She
point.
even says, like, when I came to Senegal and they told me not to eat the fucking food, like, oh, yeah, girl, and then you're sitting here like, oh, no, like, they have a fucking point. I'm so sorry, but they have a fucking point.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
saying that they have a point too. Like, I don't know what the point is, but I'm kind of seeing that point. I don't know. Yeah. What Darren said about the trifecta, I was so annoyed when I was going through that chapter. I was like, what the heck? Because like from the start, they were like trifecta, this trifecta, that, the most powerful beings to ever grace this planet, and then pff, gone.
Done.
Like, what do you mean if they're so powerful? If they're like the OG conduits for the gods, like, how could they just disappear like that? I thought they had a greater purpose. Like, the first half of book 3 was them trying to get Regan or whatever his name is, the dragon guy, right?
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
he just blows up. Why? At least, okay, fine. Why take half the book to say that and at least get it done in like the first few chapters? Why would you do that? I was so annoyed.
And then for them to be so fucking weak when they unleash him too, like, who dies shit. Girl, you mean to tell me you just had me fucking track through this goddamn fucking mountain, up this hill, symbolism, kill off half my fucking people so you can sit there like a little fucking sniveling bitch at his fucking feet? I think the fuck not. Absolutely not.
I
That
don't
shit pissed
know.
me the fuck off. When they were just like, Mika, girl. So what was the point? What was the point? What was the
There
point?
was no point. There was no
There was
point.
So you
no
can so they can
point.
convene, all die because of this. No, fuck off.
At the very least, they could have used him to like wipe off an army or something. But no, they just blow up, and that was so pointless. Oh gosh, that part was so
And even
annoying.
like the way she does it, where she basically like lights a flare and they shoot a nuke, and then what she like dives out of the way and she's fine. Like I don't, I,
I
don't,
don't
I didn't
understand.
No,
understand it. It was
she
so bad.
grabbed onto the rail
Oh
of the
yeah,
helicopter
Oh yeah,
to get away
yeah.
from it,
That's
and
right.
then jumped off of the helicopter into the fountain. That guy's gonna hit this and fucking bounce it. You fucking piece of shit idiot. Yeah, sorry.
Another thing that really
She
annoyed
went
me
Mission
was,
Impossible with that fucking scene.
you guys, when she built her little shaman army in like what, a few weeks, whereas she took like years to become a shaman. Like, is it that easy to make shaman?
Yeah, I thought
Like,
of that too. I know. I know.
if it were that easy, why not just make everyone a
Yeah,
shaman?
it didn't make
Like,
any sense. And
Exactly.
then that also made me question as like people were getting high all over the place. And you're telling me that all
yeah,
they had to be is very
Yeah, there was
scared
oh,
and high and then they'd meet a god? But like why wasn't that happening just to random people everywhere? Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. I know. It was that whole
exactly.
thing was really stupid.
And they all died at the end anyway, but like still, what was the point?
like
Like,
tortoise.
Actually, you know what? The healer girl, did she die?
they all died. I'm pretty sure they all died.
Because the healer girl was
They
like
all died in the
trying.
grotto.
Because
Huh.
wasn't the healer
Actually, she
girl
might
like
have
not?
lived.
Yeah, I think the healer girl might still be a. Whoa.
Is she alive?
Because she
Okay,
didn't
I
go
don't
in the
know.
grotto because she was only a healer girl, and then she was trying to heal the person who like came out but failed. But then I don't think we like heard from her again. Oh, that's
Shaji,
weird.
Good for her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
because I
starts
wouldn't want
the
to
Yeah.
she starts the Blue Cross or what the hell the World Peace People. That's the origin story of
The World Health Organization.
There you go. There you go.
Also, like, if Rin took like so much time and effort to like master her god skills and whatever, how is Nezha just able to do all this
Right.
crazy stuff
Instantly.
just like on his
I
own?
know.
Yeah, because he had suppressed his god from the time he like uh, encountered him, right? And he never had any special training. He never did anything. He didn't have a mentor or anything. But all of a sudden, he can call down rains
Calling
and he can.
shields and crap and yeah, I
Right?
agree.
Yeah. How? Who trained him? Who taught him how to do all of that?
Yeah. And
Like,
then
he
after
just
all
figured
that
it out.
too, like after all this, she basically just got like Pokemoned and he was super effective against her. And that was like I hated that too. I agree. Uh oh, we lost Manel. Or what
Oh
the heck?
no!
She says that she's muted. She might have gotten a
I think
notification.
maybe
You know how that happens?
Yeah, or call.
Yeah. We'll give her a sec.
Also, so did the girl's sister? She suffocated her and she became a disabled person. Is that what happened?
The girl's sister suffocated her. Oh, I think so. Something like that. Yeah, I forgot about her. The sister that didn't turn into the
Yeah.
demigod or whatever. Manel, you're
Shaman.
muted. FYI, there you go.
Sorry. I got a call. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, my last point is that all the battles they had. Remember how when we waited for like the boss level battles and it had to like really hit for it to be epic? All these battles kind of happened like that almost. Like, oh, she just pulled up a crate. No, what happened was she was like, Phoenix, do your thing. And then all of a sudden, next chapter, apparently the Phoenix did her thing.
Right.
It was so dumb.
And instead it just focused on like the trauma and the aftermath of the battle instead of like giving us some
Yeah.
like cool battle scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there weren't any cool battle scenes. It was mostly the destruction of her, which, okay, fine, I get is also important because usually in fantasy we always focus on the cool battle scenes and no one really talks about the aftermath. But enough is enough. Like, okay, we had
Yeah.
enough in book one. Like, we don't
Very
need to keep
exhausting.
fighting it out. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the ending was so disappointing. Like, she did all of this just to die.
Incredibly
She died
disappointing.
for Kitai.
I
For
know.
Kitai, justice
I think
for Kitai.
Kitai should have been the fucking main person of the story.
Yeah.
She is. I wish she had like transferred her anchor, whatever, to like Nezhard and killed him with her.
I
And
was
like given
hoping that she
Kitai.
was gonna like go nuclear and suicide, but like give him permission to go on and like he'd be the leader. That would have been
Yes,
like vaguely
like
satisfying. But
Yeah.
like
his sister.
yeah, for him to just die along with her for
And
this
like she
stupid
just
pointless
made
reason.
him suffer all the fucking time,
Yeah.
mind you.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
times that bitch was injured, that was happening to Katai too.
Yeah.
So like all of that, like you know what I mean? That's what kept crossing my mind. I was like, so you're just making him suffer through all of this shit too.
And the other thing
Like
too is I understand why she loved him so much, like why she would become such best friends with him, but why did he like her so much? Do you know what I mean? Like it
Why
never
did anyone like her?
yeah,
I don't
she was
so
think
here's
quality.
my thing about this entire fucking book, okay? Here's my hot take. I think personally that bitch needed to be fucked by a man and none of this would have happened. Because this entire book was her doing shit because she loved a man and she didn't know how to fucking express it. She just needed a boyfriend. She really just needed a boyfriend.
Oh,
She needed to be fucked, she needed to be kissed, she needed a hug, and that was it. We would have been O-A-O fucking K. Alright? I think Katai secretly loved her. I think she didn't ever fucking saw it. She was too busy chasing Neja and fucking Atlin. And I think it was all some weird fucked up shit and that like she just needed to get laid and she would have been a lot more tolerable of a person.
I agree. Also, she died a virgin, didn't she?
Yeah, I forgot
So
about
not
that. She died a virgin, and so therefore
That is
that
important.
the whole like womb removal thing truly was completely pointless.
made no sense.
There was no reason to have told us about that. Like none. If she was never gonna have sex, you didn't you didn't have to tell us that she had her
That,
womb removed.
that was the period part of it. I guess she
Oh
had some.
yeah, my God! Like God forbid she would have cramps once in a while, so they had to.
Overall, it was really exhausting, and another reason why it was so exhausting was because Rin was insufferable, and we were inside her head for 3 books,
Always, I know you couldn't
and
get
that
out.
just made it way worse. Like, at least if she had divided the POVs, like from Kitai's perspective, Nezha's perspective, even Venka's, it would have been a bit more palatable because like we could have seen Rin from different angles, but just being
Yeah,
in Rin's head was exhausting.
and then being
Oh
in
my
her
god.
head as she would make a bad decision, and in her mind it was like a good decision. It made me like feel crazy. Like it was very very exhausting, and
Yeah.
with zero payoff.
And
Like it was.
it was also super exhausting because Rin never ever tried to be a better person.
No.
She ran across so many figures in her life that gave her help, that gave her guidance, that gave her advice, and she never ever took a fucking grain of it to fruition except for with Katai. The dragon bitch, the pirate dragon bitch said, "Hey girl, you're ordering the army. You're gonna need money. You're gonna need this, and that." Did that bitch even fucking think about that?
No.
No.
Nope.
Every single fucking person of power that she ran into in her life, even the people that fucked her over, gave her advice, gave
Mm.
her guidance, told her, "Hey, you need to do this. Think about this. Whatever, whatever." And none of it stuck. Not a single fucking thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And then she wonders, oh, why am I in this mess? Why is no one doing anything? Like, girl, that's because you're not doing anything. Oh my gosh. The
And then
more I think,
I'm sure we're gonna read reviews about like it wasn't Ren, it was the Phoenix. No, that bitch was crazy from the beginning. That bitch was insane from the fucking start. It was not the
yeah,
Phoenix making her go crazy. She was just a piece of shit person.
yeah, she was.
Fuck her.
I don't know. The more I think about the entire series as a whole, now that I've finished it, I kind of want to drop it down by 1 star for each book. Like, I don't think it deserves 3 stars. Like,
I'm going back and giving every fucking book a 1 star.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but like nothing is getting a 3. No 3 of them.
yeah,
None of
it
the 3
doesn't
are gonna
deserve
getting
a
a 3. No, it
3.
doesn't.
Yeah.
I might. I don't even know. I don't even know what I want to do. I almost like am ashamed that I read this book. I kind of like don't even want it on my profile. Like I because I know especially Manel, but I'm sure Julie at least some to degree like has this. Like you guys go on these like social medias and these book talks, and there's like this draw to like have these under your belt. I did not have that with this. I have
Yes,
nothing. I have no one in my life telling me
I
that I should
did.
have read this. And so now I just have pure regret. Like I don't even have like, ooh, at least I have the badge of saying I got through this. It's just I
But
don't care about that badge. It's just pure old man regret. And
but these books were so hype. Like it had
yeah,
all these books have more than
or
4.5
yeah.
star rating. So obviously you would assume that it's good, but oh, I don't know. I probably missed the entire point of this, but
And
I
what's crazy too is
And
like this is like a whole different. This is like a whole different like because it's just baffling, these ratings, basically, because like we see these other like very trash fantasy books that have the super high stars too, and we just can't understand, like the
Mhm.
Rebecca Yarros, right? This is not
Mhm.
Rebecca Yarros material. This is not bad for that same reason. Why does it also have a 5 star? Like why do both of these types of trash have high ratings? Like I don't understand people. Like I don't know, I do not understand the target market of any of this stuff, where you could walk away from this and be like fulfilled and like, yes, I'm gonna give this 5 star because it was my favorite. Like I can't even fathom that person. I'm so far away, and I just
And so
it's so frustrating.
I like there was like I remember one very specific creator that I remember seeing this, and she gave like a bunch of recommendations, and some of them I have read and I like, but this was like she's like my number one fantasy series that I'm gonna find it for you guys. My number one fantasy series that I just cannot. This is the absolute best. I was like, okay, yeah, girl, like I like the other books you recommended. You know what I mean? Like this is up my alley. That's why I fucking chose it, and I heard
Yeah.
it from so many fucking people. This is the best. This is the best fantasy series. Blah 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 blah. Liars. Every single fucking one of you. They probably paid you.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way too. Like
Ridiculous.
certain creators or like reviewers who I trust also have given this book like really high ratings, and I don't understand that. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know.
Like
I miss the whole
I
point of this.
absolutely. Like I think Manel said it earlier. I suffered through the series. I suffered. I knew from the first fucking book I made a bad decision, and I just had to fucking see it through. And I was mad
Yeah.
about it. I'm so mad that I wasted my time, my fucking choice on this. I'm not even lying to you guys. I feel like I'm irritated at myself. I hate it. I hated this book. I hated this series.
I don't regret it because I'm still glad that I have it as read now, but like I would
That's
not
true.
recommend it. I would not reread it. I just keep it on my shelf as like read. That's it.
I just have regret.
Yeah.
Only
And then like
bitter regret.
favorite thing to do after shitty books like this is go to Goodreads and read the fucking reviews and just like hear how fucking delusional bitches are. And by bitches, I mean that as like a general term. Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Spoiler! And then they have just like this crazy ass like fan fiction because it's fiction, bitch. Because Rin was not anything good. There's nothing good to write about. Let me tell you about like the characters and found where. And then you know what the worst part about this was? The whole like one of the biggest things that people talk about in this stupid fucking piece of shit book is like, oh my god, the found family where ho. She killed everybody. She made everybody
Yeah.
suffer. She tortured everybody. She didn't give a shit about anybody but her fucking self. Found family.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kita had to die because of her too. You won't do that to family. She turned on
Like if
Venka.
I was
but
Kitai
that
or
was
Kita, I would
nonsense.
have fucking killed that bitch a long time ago. I would have turned on her. I would have turned her ass in. Like, no. Yeah, I hated it. I hated every second of it. And then people were like, oh my god, the Spearly. All right, so a fucking bitch spits fire and now all of a sudden she's a god? No, fuck you. Like, really think about this bitch. And like all that shit she wanted to talk about everybody, all the generals that she killed and she made suffer, and Petra and Visari and Saju Duju and every single fucking person she like fucking murdered, the monkey general, the dog general, everybody. They were pieces of shit. I can't believe them. Girl, they were all better than you. They were all infinitely better than
No,
the fucking
real.
shit person you are.
Yeah. Yeah. She
Any
was
one of
she
those
was the
could
worst
have been a
person.
better
Even
rating.
Petra was better than her. At least
Mm.
Petra fucking stuck her guns. At least Petra had a fucking goal and worked towards it. Like,
Yeah. Seriously.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways. Fuck Ru Fang. Fang ruin.
So, like, the whole point of this was with her sacrificing herself in the hopes that Nezha would kind of pick up the baton and, like, dismantle the Hesperians from the inside out or something.
But like
I don't
you
think
can't
he's going to do any of that.
you can't even say that was like the point, because that was not her goal going in. There wasn't the
Exactly.
plan.
No.
She just
No.
crap, like she just took the coward's way out, basically. I mean, like that's all that happened. Like she got and like
She
blew her brains
wanted to
out.
win but she had no plan. She just
Yeah.
wanted to get there. She didn't know what to fucking do when she got there, and that is not the sign of a good fucking general or ruler or leader. Absolutely. Like, everybody fucking double crossed her, okay? But they knew what they
Mhm.
wanted, and they knew how to execute it, and they knew what they were gonna do after. They had a fucking plan. Every single person had a fucking plan.
Yep.
And she wanted to be there. I want the power. I want this. I want that. Revenge. Blah, 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 blah. She just wanted to get to that point, but she had no clue what to fucking do after that. Like, what was the point? What was the fucking point? You didn't save your fucking country.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I honestly think I just think, and I know, like, this was like, oh, okay, like, she lived because whatever, it's the point of the book. But that, like, in reality, that bitch should have died a long fucking time ago. She should have died in book 1.
She
Yeah.
should have. She should have died in Alton's place, and Alton should have lived. At least he would have done something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And the fucking whole dragging out Alton until book 3, until literally the very fucking end was just insane to me.
stupid.
Bitch, you're obsessed. You need mental help.
Yeah.
And by bitch, I mean the author, because what the fuck? Why do we read all of that?
True. Feels good to rant.
Yeah.
I had this thought a couple of times as we were going through this, because like I knew that you guys hated this too, right? Before we had this meeting, like I knew you guys hated this. Like I wasn't like, a lot of times, like, when you go first and you go first in a book and you're like, you're not quite sure what the, I knew we all hated this going in. Like I just know you guys, and I am thankful that we're at least like-minded, because if we had anybody else like one of the people that gives this book a 5-star in this group, like what the fuck, like I don't think I could deal with that. Like I know it's cool having like a dissenting opinion, but I don't think I can respect someone that thinks that this was good. You know what I mean? Like I just can't. So yeah, this
No,
is
no. And I like, let me tell you something. One, like I said, I knew I fucking regretted my decision from the first book, like the first fucking 2 paragraphs of the first book. I was so fucking irritated that I had to read this book on my vacation. Oh my god. I had to read this stupid fucking book on a 3-hour plane flight. And I'm just like, oh my god. Honestly, you guys, I hated this book so fucking much. I was about to read like a fucking review or some sort of like overview and
like
just not
Cliff
read it
Notes?
and like come to and be like, okay, what's happening? Yes. I was ready to read fucking Cliff Notes and just come to the end and be like, oh, okay, yeah, and not say shit and just like
That
get
might
over
have been
with it.
nice.
But I did. I hate read it. I read it. What a waste. 30 fucking 6 hours. It was literally like almost. We had a part-time job of reading this fucking book.
It got nothing out of it. Oh dang! I should go
Nothing.
soon. It's already 6. This is a good one. We ran it for 45 minutes. Whose turn is it?
Not fucking mine.
Oh,
It's
bye
mine,
YouTube. That was gross.